What is going on, guys? My name is Bliss, otherwise known as Blissful 800, and today I have very exciting news for you. I'm out of breath is what I am. We're gonna be starting a moto vlog here on YouTube. So it's the first day of the brand new year. It is currently 36 degrees outside. I am freaking freezing, but what a better first video to do for the channel as how to ride a motorcycle. So a lot of you guys have asked me across all my other social medias, how do you ride a motorcycle? How do you get started on that? How do you get comfortable? Today, I'm gonna give you guys the way that I learned how to do it, the way that I learned how to get comfortable, and kind of the easiest way to jump into riding motorcycles if you have no experience whatsoever. I had experience, but I know that a lot of you don't have experience. So we're gonna just start from the basics. I'm gonna teach you guys all of the basic things that you need to know, and at that point, we'll learn on to more advanced stuff, maneuvers, all that sort of stuff. But for now, we're just gonna focus on how to ride a motorcycle. So we're gonna get the GoPro switched around so that you guys can see it from my perspective, and we'll jump right into it. Okay, so now you guys should be seeing what I see when you're sitting on the tank, or what you're gonna be seeing when you sit behind a motorcycle if you haven't before. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna get familiar with all of the different buttons and gizmos and gadgets that come on the motorcycle. Now this is a 2011 Yamaha FZ8, so it doesn't have a lot of the fancy stuff that a lot of these newer bikes have, and especially if you buy like a newer, smaller bike, it's gonna have way more stuff than this. But basically you've got your turn signals here, you've got brights here, your horn, you've got your on and off switch, so that if you push that on, it'll prime your fuel pump and whatnot, and then you have your starter. So first thing you're gonna wanna do is, I said I'm starting very beginning. So the first thing you're gonna do is, clutch lever is on the left, this is your clutch, this is your front brake. Now keep in mind when you're riding a motorcycle, 75% of your stopping power comes from your front brake, where the other 25 comes from your right foot brake. So this is gonna be the one that you're gonna be using a lot. Now, if the bike you have came with adjustable levers, they're gonna have little clickers on them that you can adjust, and that will determine how sensitive each handle is. I like my clutch to be extremely sensitive, so mine is turned all the way up. Man, I'm out of breath, you guys. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna want to practice is how to use the clutch lever. The clutch lever is gonna be what determines the bike to move, not the throttle. The throttle is gonna be what keeps the bike moving, but your clutch is gonna be what gets the bike moving. So keep that in mind. So if you start going and you start to freak out, all you gotta do is pull the clutch in, and your bike isn't gonna go anywhere. Now, one thing that's really cool when you're learning how to ride is your clutch can get the bike to completely go by itself without any throttle at all. Now I'm gonna show you guys. Hopefully this bike is extremely loud, so hopefully you guys can still hear me. So we're gonna turn it to the on position. We're gonna prime the fuel pump, let it sit for a second, don't immediately start it, it's just better for the bike. You can pull in the clutch if you're not in neutral, which I don't know if I am, I'm not, now I am. You can push on the start. So now, if you guys watch the bike, I'm not gonna use any throttle. I'm not even gonna have my hand on the throttle. Now watch, we're gonna go down with the shift lever on the left foot. You'll watch the bike lurch. I killed it. Okay, so as of right now, the bike is in neutral. I don't know if you guys can see that on the dashboard. I'm not going to use any throttle. So we're going to put the hand on the bars. We're going to grab the clutch. We're going to pull it in. We're going to click it down into first gear. If you watch the bike, it'll lurch. That's how you know that you're in first gear. And if you guys watch, I'll keep my hand off of the throttle so you guys can see. But all you're going to do is slowly let out the clutch, and the bike will get moving without any throttle. See, I'm not giving you any throttle, and I'm not walking the bike. Very important to remember, if you just let out the throttle just a little bit, the bike will get going just super slowly, and the bike will get moving. See? Simple as that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to a parking lot where there's nobody around and practice this. Just practice letting the clutch out a little bit at a time, very slowly, to the point where the bike moves. That will allow you to find out where the clutch release is. You'll be able to learn where that disengage is. The second thing you're going to want to do once you practice that, once you got that down, you're going to want to practice giving it a little throttle. Now you're going to repeat the same step one, just a little bit out, and at the same time you're going to give it just a little bit of throttle. Just a little bit, that's all it takes. And as you let it out and the bike starts to move, twist your hand just a little bit, and the bike will get moving. And at this point, your clutch hand should be completely let go, and you should be completely sustained by your throttle. The throttles are touchy, so you're just gonna go a little bit at a time, just a little bit. If you want to stop, just pull in the clutch, release the throttle, and grab your front brake gently, and bring it to a stop. Simple as that, okay? Super simple. Now again, you're gonna let out the clutch, and when you feel that bike start to grab and move forward, give it a little bit of throttle, and the bike will pick up and start moving. Super simple, right? Super simple. And now at this point, here, let's bring it around over here so we can turn the bike off for a second. Okay, now at this point, you've gotten the feel for where the clutch lever disengages. You've gotten a feel for how much throttle you're gonna be having. The next thing you're gonna wanna work on, and this is all we're gonna cover for this video. We'll do another video here in the future on more advanced maneuvers, but for now, we're just getting you comfortable with riding the bike, just getting you comfortable with all the gadgets and gizmos, and going from that point on, okay? So at this point, you're good, you're ready to roll. You wanna shift in a second. Now remember, motorcycles are 1 down and 5 up, or 4 up, depending on what kind of bike you have. What that means, for those that don't understand, is your shift lever is on your left foot down by the pegs. When you click it down, you're downshifting, or if you're in neutral and you go down, that's how you get to first gear. When you wanna go to second, third, fourth, and so on, you click up, you bring the shift lever up, and that'll shift the bike into a taller gear. So for now, we're gonna just go from first to second, and it's gonna be slow. You're gonna pick up a little bit of speed. You can watch your RPM gauge as it starts to climb. You're gonna shift into second. And all I want you guys to do is practice shifting from first to second, and then from second back down to first. So you're gonna go in neutral, you're gonna go down into first and get the bike moving. You're then gonna click up into second, get going a little bit, and then as you start to slow down, you're gonna pull in the clutch, click it down into first, and slowly release the clutch with a little bit of throttle. Now, when you go from second into first, because it's a higher gear, it's gonna feel a little lurchy. Don't let that freak you out. If it does freak you out a little bit, just remember, this does not control the bike's movement, the clutch does. If you pull in the clutch, the bike will stop. So let's give it a go. So, we're gonna give it a little bit of gas as the clutch releases. That'll get the bike moving. Okay, we've got the bike moving now. You can see your RPM starting to climb. So all we're gonna do is pull the clutch in and shift up with our left foot, and that will put us in a taller gear. If you have a smaller motorcycle than this 4-cylinder, it's gonna be easier for you because your bike has a lower RPM range. This one runs up to 11,000, so it's a little harder. But just to show you, you're gonna come in, we're gonna pull in the clutch, and we're gonna upshift. And now we're in second, okay? Ride around in second for a second, get a feel for how much different second feels compared to first. And when you're ready to downshift, you're gonna pull in the clutch, push down with the lever, and shift into first. See? And you're gonna give it a little bit of throttle when you downshift so that you don't stall the bike out. We're gonna shift our clutch in, up, gas, second. Boom, easy as that, right? We're gonna shift down, we're gonna go clutch in, down, a little bit of gas, boom, smooth as that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helps. I hope that this helps you guys out that are looking to start a motorcycle, or maybe are a little afraid to start riding motorcycles. Hopefully this helps you guys out and gives you guys a little bit of confidence when it comes to practice. Learn the absolute basics of how to stop the bike, how to maneuver the bike, and just practice, and you'll be riding in no time. So again, guys, thank you so much. I am Blissful 800, otherwise known as Bliss. Thanks so much for joining my channel. Hopefully this helped you guys out, and if it did so, please leave a like and comment down below. I am so excited to start this chapter. This is one of my 2024 goals for you guys, so hopefully you guys will follow me over to this platform. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, and remember, life is bliss.